These things are precious. Oh, he just bit me. He's a lot stronger than he used to be. Don't mind if I do. 2 tree frogs that I've captured mid-coitus. This chicken jumped into my car. Look how happy she is. I caught a tagged gar and put it in my paw. Those dinosaur feet. These little fellas are native here. Queen, get off him. I'm giving this little fella another little shot. Mwah. I'm just gonna let him sniff it and see how he reacts to it. All right, everybody. We went ahead and this is my egg tree. Look at this. But we went ahead and moved the ramp in here. Now this is where the cappies live. And this way they still have all the water they need, all the hay they need. They got shade all day in the hottest days here in the summer. And on top of all that, I can open up this gate here and let them into the nice pond on a nice day. Whenever we want to give them a little treat. Toad moment, toad moment. Look how little Patrick just lives in here now. He sleeps in this little cage. This is his little home. And he's got all this kangaroo food and the kangaroos can come in here and eat it too. He's always got water here and here. And Master Oogway is always here to keep him company. Precious little ancient creature. Oh, sweet wampum. This chicken jumped into my car. Oh.
Boy, get out of there. Get out of there, boy.
Check this out, guys. These guys have been in here for about 2 hours now with the water. And because there's actual drainage here, because it's downhill, they don't just roll around in the mud anymore and get it nasty. And honestly, there isn't even any poop in there. It's perfect. I think we finally found the perfect little setup for these clappy blappies here. Okay, guys, I'm giving this little fella another little shot. That in there. I just shoot that right into his little gullet. But you can tell just from feeling his crop here, which is his little chest thing here. Look at that beautiful little, mwah. That thing is nice and full, and this boy is not gonna have to eat for a little while now. Whoa, hey, couldn't help but notice you didn't like the video yet. What's going on with you today? Hey, it's me, Editing Ben, and Patrick and the kangaroos have been getting along really well. They don't really annoy each other at all anymore. Look at how all these boys can just get right out of there and leave their mama. But as you can see, we got a little fella digging over there. Look at this, you guys. They're digging like crazy over here. Hey, buddy. Goodness gracious, these things are precious. Okay, I'm gonna leave them. Oh, ow. Oh, he just bit me. What? He just ran right up and bit me. What a little goober. It wasn't a hard bite. I don't think I'm bleeding. Oh, I am gonna bleed a little bit there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disinfect this. Bro, calm down. Oh, here he comes. Oh my gosh, this little guy is coming after me. Oh my gosh, he's fast, you guys. Well, I don't have to worry about anything hurting him. That is so cool, you guys. Old Uncle Ben don't care about that one bit. But I'm gonna need to go ahead and disinfect this. He did the same thing to Bealt the other day, but that Bealt boy was trying to pet him. Pigeon moment. Nowadays, I'd just be keeping this in here. Okay, you know what? The time has come. I'm gonna give this to the cappies. It's starting to smell. The baby moment. Okay, guys, this thing's starting to smell, so I'm gonna cut it open and give it to these cappies, see if they can eat it. Good morning, children. Okay, it was not that long ago that I bought this. I'm pretty sure you're just supposed to cut it open. Okay, they just sniffed it, but they don't seem to be super interested. Wow, guys, I really don't even know what this thing is. I know it's called a jackfruit, but I've never had one before. Apparently, you can eat the seeds if you want, but they don't taste very good and they're tough. I think you're supposed to eat this meat here. Tastes kind of like candy. But here, I'm just gonna let him sniff it and see how he reacts to it. Oh, sweet wampum. Okay, they don't really seem to love it too much, so I guess that means more for me. But I will cut out a little bit of this meat and see if Gort will eat just this. Do you want to try some of this fancy new fruit, Gort? More for me. All right, guys, I'm giving this to Petunia. Oh no, you guys, these worms are back. Okay, I suppose I'm gonna have to just give this to Petunia. Sure wouldn't want something bad to happen to your extended family. Man, that stuff tasted like candy. I can't believe those other guys didn't want it. But either way, I know Petunia's always good to eat just about anything I give her. And she will eat every little bit of this stuff. The outside of it was starting to smell real bad and make my house stink. But this is the best day of Petunia's life. And she's even able to eat these seeds too. Look at my precious little girl. Petunia is one of the only animals on this farm that actually has a soul. Look how happy she is, you guys. Also, look at Pogs and Queen just chilling on the hammock. Oh, they love each other. I wish these two weren't neutered and spayed. Queen, get off him! Precious little creature. All right, let's see if we can find that little gar boy. All of the minnows are hanging out in the intake bay. Oh, I just saw him. He was right there, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna toss the cast net and see if I can get him so we can see what that number is. All right, everybody. So I have this here cast net. I'm gonna try throwing it in there to catch that gar again so we can see what the number is on his tag so we can report him. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you how I do this cast net thing. It's not very hard at all. Take a look at this.
should have been in there.
Well, hello. There's a familiar little face. Look how chubby Bubble Bass has gotten, you guys. This boy getting real thick. I'm gonna put him right back in there. I also caught our spot-tail shiner, but he got out of the net. But look at this, you guys. Can't believe we just have these beautiful things in our pond. And I really can't believe these little fellas are native here to Texas. In you go, son. Okay, guys, I fished this like 20 times and I could not catch one. I feel like I caught every fish in here except for the gar. But look, I want to show you guys something real quick. I think this is why I'm not catching the gars with the cast net. They're smart. You guys see that little fella just sitting right there? This right here is a spotted gar. Take a look at that. This little guy's letting me get real close to him. Now let's see if I can grab this adorable little creature. Hello, hello, here's my finger. I touched you. Oh, there he goes. That's so cool. Whoa, is that Queen? All right, everybody. For some reason, after like 50 casts, I finally got this guy. He is fine. I'm just going to look at this number on here so I can call it real quick. By the time you guys see this, I will have already called the number, so don't try calling it. Okay, look at that. It says BU265. It was probably Baylor University that tagged it. And it says call and then this number right here. What a really cool and unique fish to have living in our pond, you guys. Okay, after this, I promise I'm never going to catch this little fella again. He's been through enough at this point. There you go, buddy. It's crazy how I casted that net 20 times in here at least, and I never caught him. This is such a perfect place for these little fellas to live, and that spotted gar was hanging right under that log really comfortably. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call that number real quick, and I'll get it on video so you guys can see what it looks like whenever you catch a tagged fish. But I just fed all these boys, and yes, somebody dropped a goat off here, but I'm not really gonna be keeping this boy. We're gonna be rehoming him because he kind of stinks. Look at that. Well, he seems to be getting along with them okay. But please give me a heads up and email me before you come with animals and make sure it's okay first. But okay, I suppose it's time to feed Kevin. Hello, sir. Are you gonna try and climb up on this trough and trip and fall over again? Look at this beautiful man.
To eat one.
I love you, Kevin. He's friendly now, guys. Look. And Chestnut, James Charles, and Homelander are all getting bigger and bigger every day. Look at this beautiful man. His leg bones are now the size of a dinosaur. Look at those dinosaur feet. Beautiful little creatures, these are. Poke. I also found out today that it's belly button deep after a good rain. It is belly button deep right now. Obama's still sitting on these eggs with Donald Trump. I don't have high hopes that they'll hatch, but if they do, I'll be really happy because then we'll have little babies in here. And old Uncle Ben is now being very careful about how I walk by the prairie dog den. Now, a bunch of you guys were commenting, Uncle Ben, aren't things gonna step in the prairie dog holes and break a foot? That's not really a thing, you guys. Oh my gosh, here he comes. That is the least of my worries. Because look, the bite wasn't that bad, and I definitely shouldn't have gotten in the water right after. I'm actually gonna go put iodine on it right now. But it was bad enough for me to realize that I'm not gonna mess with this boy for a little while. The AI coding on this NPC is pretty interesting, but it seems like at 15 to 20 feet, he becomes aggro. But I really need to put on better clothing. Look, look, he went from being adorable little Mrs. Ounce, letting me scratch him in my house, to just now being a feral little dangerous boy. But honestly, you guys, this is the coolest thing ever to me, to just have two wild prairie dogs living right in my backyard. This must be what it's like to live in Lubbock. That's also why I'm keeping Queen and Poggers, Patrick Bateman, all my other little preciouses out of here. But as you can see, I have fencing at the bottom of all of these pens now, so we can put just about any wild animal we want in here. And I'll be taking the rest of that gravel we have from the pond and putting that on top of this. That way, if we have coyotes, foxes, bobcats, beavers, whatever, any digging animal will not be able to dig out of this, especially after we put a good amount of gravel on top. I also stole this little fella here from Chandler's Wildlife. I went down to Florida and stole it from him. Oh, I'm sorry, Chandler. Did I use cedar wood for mine? Nice, sweet smelling, fancy cedar. I also put a little stain. That way it'll be a little bit more weather resistant. But take a look at this, you guys. This way Gustavo can live in here with this setup and get some natural sunlight out in the wild. And I won't have to worry about any dang things getting in there or him getting out, because this thing is sealed off completely. Also have some extra wood for another project. I might make another one of these as well, just so the game warden can see that we have extras in case somebody brings in another little reptile. Because we could also put an injured snapping turtle in here, or even farm American alligators, because why not? We're in Texas. Patwick Mobin. Okay, I'm all dressed up. I'm ready to go to church. I put on some long pants. Take a look at this though, you guys. Look at all these pumpkins growing here. We must have smashed one here last year. These dang starlings are everywhere here, and legally I can just trap them. All right, guys, but here it goes. I'm gonna walk up on this adorable little prairie dog hole and see what they're working with. Little prairie dog, check this out, you guys. There's a hole here that's so deep. Not only is this hole crazy deep, but it actually goes down into the side. And I now have a natural prairie dog hole on my property. But I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty nervous every time I walk around here now. Look at this beautiful boy sitting on his little rock. It's fun to just sit and watch him blink too. Look how precious he is. But this little boy's about ready for another feeding. So I suppose I'll grab the aerator and get him some more fish to eat. Look at this beautiful little creature that's going in my pond. Delicious. Look at these cringe toe shoes. The thing about gar is that they can breathe air, you guys, so you don't really need to put them in a live well necessarily. They just need to be kept moist. Obviously, right now I'm going to revive him, though, by putting him in front of the jets. Oh, no way, you guys. This gar is tagged. I caught a tagged gar and put it in my pond. That's hilarious. This is a tagged gar. I was wondering what this was. I thought this was like a fishing lure that was stuck to it, but no, it's a tag. This is a tagged gar. I don't know if I'm allowed to keep this. I don't know if I can even post this video. I mean, I guess because it's just a gar, legally I could just eat this thing if I wanted to, tagged or not. Well, that's really neat. Poggers and Queen woke up whenever they heard me saying that. Okay, there he goes. Now we have a tagged gar in here. As you guys can see, the baby's a little bit too big nowadays for me to just drag him around. He's a lot stronger than he used to be. Look at this precious little girl. She just wants to be with her husband. Gort moment. Oh, sweet wampum. Don't mind if I do. Hello, you two lovebirds.
Oh gosh, this is awful for my eyes.
I've captured them mid-coitus. I have captured 2 tree frogs mid-coitus. Take a look at this. Get over. Why are you moving away? These are 2 tree frogs that I've captured mid-coitus. I'm going to go ahead and take them back, and hopefully they'll lay their eggs in my pond. This is just a little leopard frog boy. Hey, I know a little thing or two about frogs myself.
Look at his little tail.
I also got this Mediterranean house gecko that wasn't very happy with me.
But he sure was cute. Oh, look at these 2 lovebirds. All right, kids. All right, fine. Get back here, you 2. All right, son. Get out of here. Perfect little creature. Oh, there he goes. And now we have 6 more little frogs in our pond.